the dress code of the Muslim, especially amongst men? Is it sunnah to dress in the thobe? Or is it sunnah to wear a turban? Or is it sunnah to cover the hair? And this is an area where some of our scholars said category 1, some of our scholars said category 2. Because it's a middle, it's a bit of a both. Because some people said, okay, the Prophet ﷺ, especially when it comes to the hair covering, there are some traditions found in the tertiary books, Tabarani and the larger encyclopedias, not in the 6 books of hadith by and large. There are some ahadith that he commanded. The other group says all of these ahadith are weak, and they are weak. They are very weak actually. They're not even weak, they're very weak. And the Prophet ﷺ did not command us in any clothing item. And he wore a thobe because it was the garment of his people. And it is important to point out that Abu Jahl and Umayyah ibn Khalaf and Utbah ibn Rabi'ah and all of the Quraysh wore the exact same garments as Abu Bakr and Umar. The turban, the thobe, it's exactly the same. If somehow we could be magically transported to the Battle of Badr and look at the two people on either side, we could not tell them apart from their dress. They're dressed the same. So the majority position, and this is the one that I strongly advocate, that the Prophet ﷺ did not come with a specific dress code for us. And therefore it is not sunnah per se. It is not legislative sunnah. Just like it is not sunnah to eat the cuisine of the Prophet ﷺ, to ride the beasts that the Prophet ﷺ rode, to live in the houses that the Prophet ﷺ lived in, so too, the same category, it is not sunnah to dress in the lifestyle of the Arabs of that time, or to have the head covering of the people of that time. And therefore, generally speaking, I don't have the topi. I have it because I'm ganja right now, because of the Hajj. I came back, so otherwise, generally speaking, I don't wear it at all. And Imam Shatibi, 1,000 years ago, 800 years ago, Imam Shatibi was very explicit. He said, some of the scholars say one should cover the head covering as a part of Islam. But Imam Shatibi said, this is something that goes back to the culture of the people. In the cultural places where it is considered to be decent and dignified to cover the hair, so the Muslim should be decent and dignified. But Imam Shatibi, where was he from? He was from Andalus, from Shatiba, which is Yativa, which is a city in Andalus to this day. Yativa, X-A-T-I-V-A, Yativa, Shatiba. He was from Shatiba. And he said, the lands of the West, which is Andalus, in our culture, it is not considered a part of masculine dress to cover the hair. So he said the Muslims of Andalus do not cover their hair. And the same applies in our times as well, that in my humble opinion, it is not legislative sunnah at all to dress in a thobe or to cover the hair, because this goes back to category 3. Whoever wishes to make this argument, with my utmost respect, I say, will you resurrect the cuisine? Will you resurrect the architecture? Will you resurrect the other aspects of that culture? Number 1. Number 2, with my utmost respect, I'm not trying to be mocking at all, a'udhu billah. But even when you say you're going to dress like the Prophet ﷺ, and you dress in the finest, mashallah, Japanese cotton, and you have the air cufflinks and whatnot, and you have, the Prophet ﷺ wore sheep. Go and resurrect that style, and then see if you like that. It's not there. It's a very selective pick and choosing. Number 1. Number 2, Ibn al-Qayyim says, and Ibn al-Qayyim is well known. Ibn al-Qayyim is a traditionalist, alim, athari. Ibn al-Qayyim says, if you look at the sunnah when it comes to clothing, this is wallahi mind-boggling profound. Think about it. If you look at the sunnah when it comes to clothing, the sunnah is that the Muslim should try one's best to dress like his own people as much as the Sharia allows. Because the Prophet ﷺ dressed like the Arabs of his time. So you don't look like a complete oddity, a complete stranger. Because if you are a total alien, a foreigner, then your theology will be made foreign, and your teachings will be foreign, and your morality is foreign. But when you speak the language of the people, and you look like the people, and you dress like the people, automatically an affinity is created. So Ibn al-Qayyim says the real sunnah, sunnah al-haqiqiyya, the real sunnah, is that you dress like your people as much as possible, so that there is an affinity that is created, and then that will then lead to a positive da'wah.